Hey friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. It's time for my WWE Hell in a Cell 2022 review. And oh my God, last night, I'm pretty sure we all witnessed one of the gutsiest performances in the history of pro wrestling. I say one of because, I don't know, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There was Triple H in that match on Raw where he had a torn tricep. There was, I don't know, there's probably a bunch of other ones. Mick Foley, obviously, Hell in a Cell. Shawn Michaels, like his entire first run of his career when he was all beat up. Cody Rhodes has put in one of the all-time performances last night. It's got everybody talking. So, as I mentioned on my last-minute news and rumors video yesterday, there was a report that came out that Cody Rhodes had suffered an injury while doing some weightlifting over the past couple days. And on the Saturday house show, he was pulled, but they did an angle where he ran out anyways. WWE announced on Twitter yesterday that he had in fact suffered a complete pectoral muscle tear off the bone, and that he was still going to wrestle at Hell in a Cell. He was tweeting all day that he was going to do this. But we didn't really know, like, oh, was Bray Wyatt going to come back? Are they going to bring back The Fiend to sort of wonk the match a little bit? Or were they going to do something where Cody shows up, but maybe somebody wrestles in his place? I don't know. No, none of that happened. Cody Rhodes wrestled an entire Hell in a Cell match. And granted, this was not like Rusev versus Roman Reigns, where they really don't even acknowledge the cell is there, really. This was a full-on Hell in a Cell match. The only thing it was missing was a big spot from like the top of the cell or something like that. But otherwise, it was a physical match. It was brutal. Seth Rollins was targeting Cody Rhodes' pec the entire time. We got to see, sort of buried amongst the whole idea of him doing this match, was the fact that we finally, after years of teasing it, got Cody Rhodes dropping Seth Rollins with a pedigree in the middle of the ring. This match was wildly fun. It was so difficult to watch, especially at the beginning when Cody Rhodes takes his robe off. And you see his Homelander jacket, whatever you want to call it, his jacket, I guess. And like the entirety of his pectoral muscle is just completely and totally bruised, something fierce. Yeah, this was a special moment for Cody Rhodes. A special moment for Cody Rhodes. I've been a Cody Rhodes fan for forever, even when he was doing really weird stuff in AEW. This was next level. It really was. Now, chances are he's going to be out for anywhere between, so you got like the John Cena end of the spectrum when something similar happened to him like in 2008, 9 or whatever. And he came back in like a miraculous 4 months. That's John Cena. As much as I like Cody Rhodes, I don't think anybody really has the healing abilities of a John Cena. You've had some people come back like 6 months later from an injury like this. I think I saw one example that was closer to 8 months. But in any event, it seems like Cody will probably be back by the Royal Rumble, depending on how his recovery and rehabilitation goes. So you got to figure, what does that mean for like Money in the Bank? And I thought he was going to win that. What does it mean for, Roman Reigns heading into WrestleMania next year? But I'm not even sure what that meant anyways, because The Rock would probably have been the guy anyways. So I don't know. I don't know what any of this stuff means. It means that we're going to not have Cody Rhodes on our television for the next 6 months, probably, which is a bummer. I love Cody Rhodes, but his return will be huge. It'll be absolutely massive. So keep an eye on that. Otherwise, I thought the show was fine. It was basically a couple matches felt like, I don't know, they would be better off like on Monday Night Raw, because number one, this was a Monday Night Raw heavy show. There was only one actual Smackdown match. That was Madcap versus Corbin. But we can sort of go down the matches here. First up, Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair defeated Asuka and Becky Lynch. This was probably like my favorite match that wasn't the Hell in a Cell match. This was a lot of fun. These three wrestlers can kind of do no wrong in my book. Bianca Belair ended up taking it. This was kind of a really fun match, the way they broke it down. Becky Lynch was basically using everybody else's offense to try to take the advantage and be an opportunist. Somebody had hit a move, she'd throw them out of the ring and try to capitalize. Well, in the end, that's how Bianca Belair ended up winning this. Becky Lynch hits a manhandle slam on Asuka. Bianca Belair throws her out of the ring and then gets the pin on Asuka without even hitting the KOD. That was a very clever finish, and it should sort of escalate things between not just Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, but Asuka and Becky Lynch as well. Next up, we had Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP. I kind of wonder if they might have changed the finish to this match based off of what had happened with Cody Rhodes, because I really was thinking that Omos and MVP was going to get in the win here, but what do I know? I'm an idiot. Bobby Lashley ended up tapping out MVP with the Hurt Lock. Cedric Alexander interfered here after being told to F off by MVP. Earlier on in the show, Omos took out Cedric Alexander, which allowed Bobby Lashley to take out Omos, and then hit MVP with that Hurt Lock. MVP taps out. Bobby Lashley gets the win and then holds up a fan's replica title, symbolizing, hey, maybe he wants another shot at Roman, or he wants a shot at Roman Reigns. Maybe that'll happen at Money in the Bank. This was kind of interesting. Kevin Owens defeated Ezekiel clean in the middle of the ring. No wonky finish, no interference, none of the comedy antics that sort of has been the thing about this feud that's been entertaining, has been all the Kevin Owens freaking out over Ezekiel being potentially Elias. So yeah, this was kind of, I thought that they probably could have used a little bit more, I don't know, spice to this match, a little bit more sauce to this match, maybe a Chad Gable interference, I don't know. After that, we had Judgment Day beating Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan. Edge got the pin on Finn Balor here. I'm not a huge fan of the Judgment Day. I know plenty of people are. But I don't know. They come off as not the most intimidating group in the world. Like, they did, this was not a match that they really impressed when it came to them working together well as a unit. They just sort of stumbled into this win. The Judgment Day beats the Bulliv Club. After that, we had Madcap. Now his name is just Madcap. It's not Moss, it's Madcap versus Happy Corbin. No holds barred. I like this match a lot. I think both these guys really put their all into it. I think both these guys have been putting their all into this feud. And Moss is really making a name for himself in my eyes anyways. Cool match. Madcap ends up getting the win over Happy Corbin. He hit him with his finisher, which is just like a rude awakening. It's a neck breaker. But then he put Corbin's neck in the chair and then slammed on the chair with the steel steps to pick up the win here over Corbin. So hopefully this feud is done with, and Madcap can move on to something else that has just as much meat to the bone, because I want to see good things for Madcap. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. I hope he does. Hopefully he doesn't end up in the 24/7 division. Let's see here. Theory defeated Mustafa Ali. This is kind of a bummer as well. Not a lot of spice to this match. Mustafa Ali, of course, he's a Chicago guy. They were in Chicago. He had nothing but Chicago stuff on. He got a great reception when he showed up. But this was just a clean win for Theory. Yeah, I think they're just going to be stacking the wins for Theory until SummerSlam when he takes on... Bless you. When he takes on John Cena. So, yeah, I was hoping they'd let Mustafa Ali get something else in. Maybe a beatdown in the end, and then he comes back and gets the heat back, the proverbial heat back, and sends the crowd home. Not home, but makes the crowd happy that their hometown guy got something in on Theory, but they didn't do that at all. Theory just took a selfie with him afterwards. And then we had Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. God damn. Even if he hadn't torn the pectoral muscle cleanly off the bone, this was a really well laid out match. Like I said, it featured the pedigree. It featured Seth Rollins hitting the stomp. Cody Rhodes hitting a number of crossroads on Seth Rollins. It featured Seth Rollins hitting a crossroads on Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes kind of no-sells it and then hits his own, and like two more to pick up the win. But this had a lot, man, and this was a masterful performance. It was hard to watch because of the torn pec. And yeah, like I said at the beginning, hats off to Cody Rhodes for putting his performance. This was pretty special. So yeah, all in all, Cody Rhodes kind of saved this from being like a mid-level pay-per-view. I think this match was going to be really good regardless, but the way they had to reconfigure it and lay it out due to the injury, I thought made it pretty special. So yeah, this is definitely going to be one that is remembered at the end of the year. Hell of a performance from Cody Rhodes. Let me know what you guys thought about Hell in a Cell in the comments below. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the notify bell so you always get notified when there's new Wrestle Juice. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Check out this other video. Hey, check out this one right here. it's last minute news and rumors from Hell in a Cell, and you can see my predictions and the news leading up to it, the betting odds, and see what I got wrong, what I got right, and then let me know in the comments over there. We'll see you over there, people.